Hi, my name's Ian. I'm going to teach you how to snowboard. I think that if you follow the techniques that I'm about to show you, you should be able to snowboard in 2 to 3 days. Okay, we're just going to work on a little exercise now. You don't have to do this, but it's just I'd advise it for when you're starting to work really on your technique and kind of just chilling out on the snowboard. What we're going to do is we're going to spin. So we're basically, as we're going down the slope with a little bit of speed, find a fairly gentle, shallow slope, and we're just going to spin round on the spot. And we're going to spin in one direction, clockwise, and then we're going to turn it round and we're going to spin anti-clockwise. To do this, it's after we've learnt our turns, it's after we've learned about up and down movements, but with this, you don't need to go up and down. But what you do need to do is still be holding that tray and still be moving from your nose of your board to your tail of the board, like we were doing with falling leaf, but we're combining it with allowing the nose to lead, then turning it round so you're facing up the slope, then the tail begins to lead you in one direction. The tail then moves round to go completely down the slope, so your weight comes over the tail of your board. You then turn it around again. So you just keep on spinning around on the spot. Don't do it for too long a period, else you get really dizzy. So mix it around, do 2, 3, 4 full rotations, then go the other way. Okay? Just have a go at doing this. If you can't get it, don't worry about it. Just keep on working on it from time to time. But I wouldn't recommend doing it on really steep slopes before you've mastered it on the shallow slopes. Okay, have fun. Depending on where you're learning to snowboard, you may well find yourself in a resort which has the difference between groomed piste, so where they've run a machine up and down to smooth it, and what we call the off-piste. Now, for snowboarders and skiers who are very good, we love and we crave and we desire to get into the off-piste as much as possible, particularly when it's fresh snow and it's really, really good, and we call it powder snow. The reason why snowboarders perhaps enjoy it a bit more than skiers is because of the surface area of the snowboard actually floats in the snow. So if you actually find yourself as a beginner snowboarder going into this is one example of where you change your weight on the snowboard and you put your weight slightly, and I emphasise slightly, more onto your back foot. What that does is it lifts, you see the front of the nose of the board slightly out, lifts it out of the snow, out the powder snow, and then your board will float down through, and you can continue doing link turns, you can do some slalom turns in there. With powder snow, it slows you down quite a lot, so you need to keep your speed up. So don't try and do big, wide, slow turns in it, because you'll just stop, and then you'll fall over, and then you'll be digging yourself out of it.